Hello lovely people on YouTube, this is Laughing Samurai and it's so good to see all of you again today. Sorry for the pause, I was away with my family, actually no, at my grandmother's. So I had to spend some time with my family recently. So I'm back again today before I actually fly off to Tokyo tomorrow. I've decided to just log in quickly and just once again orientate some new players to the game, and also to help some of our returning players know a little bit more about what's happening in Star Wars The Old Republic right now. Sorry, my voice is a little weird because I've been teaching my students all day. I'm actually an English teacher in school, elementary school, so I've been using my voice pretty much a lot lately. Anyway, it's good to be back in the game, and today I'm going to actually introduce you to the Legacy. For the returning players, you might already be familiar with this. Actually, you should be, assuming you've got to unlock the Legacy part of the game when you played back in 2011. Yeah. So pretty much one thing that remains the same from 2011 is the idea of the family tree. And as you can see, I've got my first 8 classes here, and so I am going to move my force sensitive kid here. So Usika is actually the offspring of Sachifu. It's weird because they've got different surnames. Doesn't matter. Nobody cares really. So, some people have been asking, what's the point of the family tree for Legacy? Well, in a nutshell, it really does nothing. It's just going to sit there and collect dust. That's just to show people how all your characters are affiliated, how they're related to each other, to one another. Okay, so a couple of things that have been added to the game. For returning players, you find that right now, all classes are able to have access to Rocket Boost. Previously, this was only accessible to the Bounty Hunter class, right? In the past, only Bounty Hunters could actually fly using the rocket, what's that thing called? Rocket Boost, this one. Okay, so to go to your Legacy page, you can move your cursor, just go up to the top part here, and you can see the drop-down menu. Go down to Legacy, click on that, and you bring up the Legacy tab, the Legacy page. You can also just press Y and it comes straight up. Now, a couple of things you can see: character perks. And right now, I think you probably could have done that in the past. I can't remember, but you can choose to add in a mailbox in your starship as well. You could also add in a Legacy cargo hold on your starship, and not just your strongholds. I will talk about strongholds in a later episode. Of course, you've got the improved speed of piloting things, which you can already do with or without the Legacy thing, if you ask me. Of course, you get a lot of boost for like PvP experience, space mission experience, class mission experience. I think this is great. If you unlock this, you basically increase the amount of experience you obtain from every class mission that you do. So if you can actually get this earlier on, if you've got 20,000 credits right now and you have Legacy level 2, you can actually unlock this and you can start accumulating experience points from all your class missions from early in the game, and that would definitely help you to level up a lot faster. Exploration, this is when you get experience from exploring places. In fact, exploring places right now is a lot easier because you don't actually have to travel all the way there by foot. You can actually just take a taxi. In the past, when SWTOR first started, you actually had to, you didn't really have access to all the transport places like you've got now. In the past, you actually had to travel by foot to these points before you could actually start using the taxi places. Now you've got to easily. You don't even have to go there by foot. You can just grab a taxi. It's already available from the get-go, from the start of the game. And you've got enough credits, you can just travel there immediately. All right, but even then, when you take a taxi there, you get experience points for exploring the place, for discovering the place, and that's the utility of having the exploration experience. And the more you have, the more experience you get. Okay, PvP experience. This is experience obtained from completing war zones and arenas, PvP games basically. Flashpoints. You get more experience when you complete flashpoints. This is great, especially if you are into flashpoints. And that's pretty. And so yeah, these are all pretty much you get. With once you have your legacies unlocked, you completed all 8 classes, you can start to experience more of these legacy things. You can get more experience. You could get speeder piloting once you've got a speeder. Priority transport. Now this one would be great because I think do you have to? Okay, one thing that I mentioned before. Now you've got to pay when you use quick travel, which is kind of annoying. This one is priority transport if you want to transport to your capital world. For Republic it would be Coruscant, and for Empire it would be German Cars. Those are your capital worlds. I don't know what this is because I don't. Altruism. Okay, increases the companion influence gained from companion gifts. This is not really important anymore. Okay, actually it is. It probably affects the because if you've got more companion influence, it might actually be beneficial when you go into combat and not just for romance and all that. So yeah, let's have a look. So if you've got if you press, I haven't got a companion now, so I can't show it to you. But once you've got a companion, what happens is that the closer you are to your companion, which is reflected in the companion influence points, the higher the influence level you have with your companions, the better it is when you use them. So if you are very close to your companions, then what happens is that the rate of it actually increases your presence. Meaning that, as I mentioned before in a previous video, the higher your presence, the more powerful your companions will be in battle. So let's say your companion is a healing companion. In battle, they will heal you a lot faster, and you would actually recover a lot quicker. If your companion is a tank, then your tank is going to do so much more damage. Same for DPS, for damage companions. If you set your companions for damage, they will actually do much more damage to the opponent, to the enemy, with increased presence, increased companion influence. Also, if you've got more companion influence, it actually boosts the rate of increases the skill level of each crew member, of each companion when it comes to crew skills. We talk about crew skills when we get to Droman Cast or when we complete Titan. Basically, it's all about making stuff, right? You want to craft things, and it might, increase the speed at which you actually complete crafting the item. I'm going to just take a speed in there, so I don't want to waste any more time. Sorry.
Reminder: mechanized travel is for official business only.
And so, okay, so that's crucial. Crew skills, we'll talk more about that, but basically if you've got higher companion influence, then it will improve the success rates of actually crafting something or completing any crew skill missions. Sometimes you send your maybe you might send your characters out, your companions out to complete a crew skill mission, to gather items or to craft something, and sometimes the success rate is, sometimes they don't succeed. You come back with nothing, and so having higher companion influence might actually improve the chances of your companions actually succeeding on a crew skill mission, or when it comes to crafting. Okay, so that would be very useful. As you can see, this is under companions. Okay, you can unlock HK51. All those familiar with the story of Revan and HK47, well, guess what? Now you've got an HK51 as well. Congratulations. And you got Shriek. I don't really care for this guy. Some people like it, some people don't. It's practically useless. It doesn't really make a difference. Again, I've mentioned all these already. Reputation. Now, reputation is essential when it comes to certain planets. Actually, all planets. Now, reputation in the game is crucial if you want to get special favors from the locals on those planets. So let's say you've got reputation with Voss. So that means when you go to the planet Voss, okay, of course, the higher the rank, the better the benefits. Part of that could be unlocking certain kinds of armor, weapons, exclusive mounts, armor, titles, pets, and even other achievements. And of course, when you start playing Yavin 4, the Yavin Moon missions, and that will be when you start playing Shadow of Revan. When you get to Yavin 4, you start to see that as your reputation goes up, some of the creatures, the wild creatures, become less hostile toward you. Right? So some of the creatures that might start out as hostile might end up being neutral toward you, because You know, you've got your right now. You basically think of the word reputation. The better your reputation, the more people respect you, and even the wild creatures there respect you. So having reputation is good if you want to avoid hostile creatures that are just a waste of time, or if you want to unlock certain mounts or armor, gear, that would be great. Level unlocks, so you go to Imperial class. Once you've completed all 8 classes, you can actually use all the different heroic abilities when you fight bosses, and they're very useful, very good. You even get all the buffs from all classes. So once you're buffed with all the if you're Republic, you get all the Republic buffs. Okay, doesn't matter whether you're a smuggler. If you complete it all, chapter 2, you know, for all 8 classes, then you know even your smuggler gets the Jedi Consular buff. Okay, which increases your mastery and elemental damage reduction. Yeah. Species. As you start to, you know, as your legacy level goes up, you start to be able to unlock different classes and different species that you'll be able to create for, you know, all future. If you so you know, right now, I've managed to unlock the Cyborg, Ratataki, Twi'lek, and Zabrak, which means that the next time I create a new character, I can actually use one of these classes. Previously, I could not. Now I can. Okay, so these are for other things that you get when you complete all 8 classes, chapters 1 to 3. One of which is I get to have, you know, you get to unlock your dark sign in light side legacy. Your combat styles for either, but quite frankly, I don't really care for this. Some people actually do. Okay. Now, Legacy of Sacrifice. This one unlocks Assassin, Sorcerer, Juggernaut, and Marauder combat styles that character create for Jedi's origin stories. Which means that when you create your character, you actually have access to, even for a Jedi, you actually get to become a Juggernaut or a Sorcerer, even though you're on the Republic side. And you know, with this use of the Sacrifice ability, Sacrifice allows you to heal yourself at the expense of your companion. Obviously, that's why it's a dark side alignment. Okay, for Unity, this is light side alignment. If you use it, you get you reduce damage taken by you and your companion for a short duration. No sacrifice needed. And of course, for convenience, I'm able to unlock the rocket boost, which is actually, I don't know, for me, I feel like a rocket boost is a lot faster than having a mount. But that being said, the rocket boost for level 1 only lasts for about 10 seconds. If you have rocket boost, the next level of rocket boost, then you get it increases by 30 seconds duration. But your mount, you can use it for as long as you like, unless you're indoors. Okay, and of course you get other benefits as well. Priority transport. You've got tactical markers. You've got legacy travel. Let me see. It reduces the cooldown of quick travel. Oh, yeah, it's fine. Fleet pass allows you to travel to the space to the Republic or Imperial fleet very quickly. And of course the Datacrons. I'm not very into collecting Datacrons, but if you are, this would be it's basically just like we call that an achievement thing. So every time you find a Datacron, it just updates your legacy this part here. It doesn't really do you any benefit. You know, if you find it, you find it. If you don't, you don't. But finding Datacrons might actually be useful, because sometimes so Datacrons are useful in the sense that they help you to increase your mastery or your endurance, presence, that sort of thing. It increases your stats depending on the Datacron that you discover. But Them being on this chart just doesn't make a difference. Just tells you which Dectaprons your legacy has already discovered. So once you've discovered it, you can't discover it again, even if you create a new character. Okay, because your legacy is tied to your legacy, not to one character. And last but not least, your achievements. This shows your overall achievements for all your different activities in game: Starfighters, Starfighter missions, Fallen Empire expansion, Legacy, Flashpoint missions, companions, your relationship with your companions, discovery of locations, PvP, events. I don't do a lot of events. Strongholds. This is if you spend a lot of time decorating your strongholds. Talk about that in a future video. Eternal Throne. That's another expansion. Alright, so that's pretty much it for today. I'm going to start playing my game, and then
Rest here, my friend.
Play,
the air is cold.
and then I'm going to log out and go to bed. So I've got to wake up early in the morning and make some breakfast for the last day of the last day of school before the summer break. Okay, let's see.
What's a Jedi? I think I could. I'm not convinced. When you've put it.
I know it's a bit laggy because I'm still using my old computer. I haven't switched to my new computer yet, so it's a little slow. Forgive me. I'm going to be switching computers soon when I come back from Tokyo, so it's not going to be so choppy anymore.
Did you just call me Jedi?
Master Orgus sent us. We came as quickly as we could.
One of the Flesh Raiders I just fought called me Jedi. He could use the Force.
That's troubling. If the Flesh Raiders are learning the ways of the Force, it won't be on the side of light.
You sure made short work of this bunch. You ever leave survivors?
When was the last time you fought someone trying to kill you?
Besides my master? Few months.
This is no laughing matter, Padawans. This Flesh Raider carried a holocron, a repository of knowledge created by a Force user. Thousands of years old from the looks of it. Master Orgus was right. These natives are more advanced than we realized. They're learning how to fight us.
What do the Flesh Raiders have against us?
From their perspective, we've invaded their home. But there's more to this than a territorial dispute. I wish we could stay, see this through, but Master SWTOR has ordered us to Coruscant on a special mission.
All those bad feelings the Council's been having? She thinks the Republic capital is the source.
I'm sorry to have to leave you, but the danger is past. These surveillance monitors will keep watch on Kaleth, place them around the ruins. The temple can then monitor any future incursions by our enemies.
What are we prepared to do if the Flesh Raiders return?
The temple's guards will respond to any invasion, and these surveillance devices will give us ample warning. May the Force be with you, Padawan.
I'm here, Master. What is it?
I'm on my way back to the Twi'lek settlement. Meet me there as soon as you can.
I'm already on my way.
Find me at the Matriarch's compound. Orgus out.
Is it safe to explore Sith ruins? There may be traps or, I don't know.
Greetings. You are cleared for the following travel
Early
routes.
settlers of Tython knew only the Force.
The dark side is here, Master. I feel it.
And that is why we train here, among friends.
Master Kiwix told me what you found in Caleth. A flesh raider who used the Force. She thought he was learning things from an old holocron. I wish that were true. The man who attacked you when you first arrived, his lightsaber had a familiar aspect. This droid's holo recording confirmed my suspicions. The hooded figure in that recording is named Bengo Moore. He was my Padawan, but he never completed his training. Bengal was in the Jedi Temple on Coruscant when the Sith destroyed it.
He waited a long time to reveal himself.
Still don't understand why he just disappeared. Doesn't make sense. Bengal was strong in the Force, and the most gentle being I've ever known. For him to turn against the Jedi, he has to be stopped.
Apologies for keeping you waiting. Our people's matriarch, my mother, is dying.
That's terrible news. Will you be all right?
I didn't think the burden of leadership would feel so heavy. My scouts have identified a Flesh Raider command base in the mountains. It's protected by an energy shield. The shield's power generator is hidden on a different mountain, in a well-guarded cave network.
That command base is probably coordinating all the attacks in the region. I need to get inside there. You up for knocking out the power generator?
We'll need backup. Can't we send someone else to handle the power generator?
You've shown you can handle Flesh Raiders. We need you there. See if you can give the droid an opening to gather more intelligence. That energy shield is your top priority. Knock it out fast as you can.
So that's it for today. I'm going to log out now. I look forward to seeing all of you again soon.